Welcome back, everybody, back to the Insomniac's Journey / Insomniac's Journal. Wow, I forgot my whole title just that quick. I told you, man, I'm crazy. It's your boy Rockman back again. Every person, every show, everything has some kind of sponsor, and I'm no different. So before I continue, I'll let you hear a word from our sponsors. Hope you enjoy.
He's made so many albums that nobody gives a fuck about.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's your boy DJ Evo, a.k.a. Slap Your Favorite Rapper, a.k.a. We Trying to Evolve, you know what I'm saying? And I got my new single, my new CD out called When Can We Eat? Nigga, that's real. That's real right now in the streets. You know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to figure out when we gonna eat, when we gonna put something on the plate, because I'm hungry. You know what I'm saying? I got that.
He's had so many concerts, nobody's going to attend.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I'm sold out in the Madison Square. Well, I want to be sold out in the Madison Square Garden. I'm trying to get in the Madison Square Garden. Y'all can't help me. You know what I'm saying? Can I eat? Can I live? Come on, man. Help me out.
Go get his album today, or else he'll go bankrupt.
Hey, welcome back, everybody. I know it's annoying, but that's what we have to do. We have to pay the sponsors. The second half of the Sans episode tonight. I want to talk about relationships. Like, how do you know what love is? Where do you know love is, and where do you feel like you can find love? Because that's the big questions in life when it comes to love and relationships. I don't know. Me personally, I had my fair share of them, and even now I'm kind of in a complicated one. But you have to ask yourself, like what makes you love that person? What makes you see this person as the special someone? What makes you get that sign of there it is, he's the one or she's the one. I think, if you have like a good communication with the person and you have just a mutual understanding of your feelings for each other, then, there you go. You found it. I mean, like, that's really special when you can sit in a room all day with that person, not say a single word to them, and you both know what you're thinking, or you both just have a wonderful time, and you feel just like you don't want this time to end, even though you're not saying anything. You're just next to this person, and that feels good. I think everyone who's ever been in love or ever felt that before can honestly say that. What I really wish people would do, I wish people would like wake up and see the signs in whether or not the relationship is working or not. Once again, and I'm not talking high and mighty, because I've been there before to where I've just pounded my head against the wall and the relationship is just not working no matter what I do. And I still try anyway. You have to really stop and think, like, what brought us to this point? Why are we doing this? And in my former relationship a long time ago, I love this girl. I did like everything for her. It was just nonstop. It was just nonstop giving, and no matter what she asked me to do, I did it. And finally, the girl just left me because it just turned out like I was just too good. Like, the whole relationship was so good that she was waiting for it to fail, so she just like left. And because it never failed, or because whatever she did, I was just like, all right, well, I'll work it out. I'll stay with you. I love you. Stuff like that. And it hurt, I cried, yeah. Imagine me crying like a little bitch. Well, I was crying. And another thing too, when I say bitch on the show, that's not degrading women. I promise you. It is just crying like a little punk male. That's what I feel bitch is. And if you ask a lot of my friends, that's what they feel it is too. But I cried, man, and I went through so much. My mom was like, snap out of it. There's other fish in the sea, because I was young. I'm only, right now, I'm only, 25. And back then, I think I was, 19 or 20 when she left. I think I was, 20 or 21. But, it was rough, man. And the signs were there. But, I was so in love with her, I didn't want to see them. I was so intrigued and enthralled by the whole love thing that I knew she didn't want to be with me, and I knew she started to show signs of it, but, I didn't want to say anything. I just wanted to continue because, it's not only is it the love and the relationship and the feelings, but it's also the little things too, because, you feel like, oh, okay, I'm setting my ways of sleeping in the bed with someone, I'm setting my ways of going out with someone to eat, I'm setting my ways of just being with somebody 24/7. And it's a hard transition. And I learned that the hard way of going from, dating someone to single in a heartbeat. And it wasn't, when I say a heartbeat, I mean long time, because it was a year, 5 months, and 12 days. And I'll never forget that. Those numbers are etched in my brain. But I learned something in that whole experience, even in the midst of that. Sometimes you're so blinded by certain things in life and certain aspects of your life that you don't want to see the truth. You don't want to see the sign. And I think that was one of those times for me to where, I was just so in love with this girl. I didn't want to see the signs. I didn't want to see the breakup sign coming. And it hurt, and it was a very painful lesson, but I learned something that no matter what you do, I learned a lot of things, actually. A few things I learned. One thing that I learned is that no matter how much you change for a person, they'll never appreciate it if that's all they want you to do is to constantly change. If they don't like you for you, if they don't love you for who you are, leave them. It's not a developing relationship. And I also learned that love is a two-way thing. It's not something you can say I love you all day to the other person, but if the other person never says it back to you, or if they're just not into the relationship as much as you are, then you can't expect them to ever be. They have to naturally come about to it, and you can't make it one-sided. You can't have enough love in the relationship to make them love you, or you can't have enough love in the relationship to just be like, all right, cool, I'm just going to accept the fact that they don't love me and move on. No, it didn't work like that, because eventually it's going to come back into the light that they don't love you, or they don't really care about you, and, they were just along for the ride. And that's what happens sometimes, So just for those people who are single, keep. I'm right there with you. I'm struggling with you, but for people who are in relationships, just be thankful that you found somebody that you can make it work. Because for single people, and even for people who are dating, who are not single in a relationship but are married, it's tough. It's especially tough for single people, because we look like we have freedom, we look like we have so much, but deep down inside we're really lonely, and we're like, man, I really want somebody. And sometimes you'll overlook that sign of the truth of hey, she doesn't love you, or hey, she just wants to be friends, and it's tough to accept. I'll be the first to tell you, but when you look at it in the end, you learn a lot. And you learn a lot about yourself. It's like a reflection and a refraction at the same time, because you learn about yourself and you learn of yourself, So, well, time is running out on us. I guess that's all for the first episode. This is a good test run. I just want to see how everything goes. And, you're welcome to leave feedback on my page. You're welcome to leave it on my comments list here on YouTube. Just leave it a message. Just see what you think. And if you like it, cool, keep listening. If you don't like it, Just let me know, and I'll eventually quit. All right. Bye.